this bass tutorial is actually very simple. It's just revolved around a very simple basic groove. It goes like this, right? Alright, so this groove has a little bit of bounce to it. In another lesson, I will cover ghost notes. That's something that I've been trying to go over. But this one has a little bounce to it. It kind of goes like this. Alright, so we are in the key of G right now. Progression is a 1-4-1-5, right? Right? So to start off slow, this is what we're doing, right? You're gonna play your first note G, then you're gonna play your 5 and your 1. You wanna have that while muting the E string. You wanna mute this string right here. That's your kick. That's your kick the whole time you're doing that. That's having to do a ghost note. We'll go over that later. Me, I like some ghost notes, so we'll definitely do that. But yeah, you're doing this. This right here is a part of the 4. It's a part of the scale when you're playing the 4. Right? It's a part of the scale, so you're gonna hit that to the 4, 1, and then you're going to the 5. This is part of this note right here is part of the scale on the 5, right? You're gonna hit that when you're at the 5. So for a beginner way to play this, because I'm doing ghost notes right now. I'll go over ghost notes another time. But for a beginner way to play it, you'd want to play it without the ghost notes. So you always want to have this motion, this bouncing motion, going back and forth. Right? Right? Alright, so the second part of it, there's just so we know, you know, the scales in the G in the G key, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to the 1, right? So in the video before, I showed that you're going to the 6. Right here where I play. Right? This is the 6 of G. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that, using the 6, you can use the 6 as a substitution for the 1, right? So just to break it down, I'm going octave. So this is the octave, right? Before I hit the 4, I hit the 1 first. So I go D D D, right? Back to the 6. And then this, so there's different ways that you can play the 5. You know, I can do it like this. I can do how I did in the video. I can do just, or even just, you know, I can do that. That's probably the most simplest way to go about it. So I'll teach this one right here. This is how it goes, right? The first one that you can use, which is the most simplest way, is yes, using the 6. basically muting, right? I'm muting with my thumb and my pointer finger. I'm muting the rest of the notes, right? And then I'm using my ring finger to hit the 7 note, right? And then back to the 6. So these 2 fingers, or these 3 technically, I'm using these to mute the rest of the strings, and then I'm playing the 7 note. Right? So the second way that you can do it is like this. You can do how I did in the video. I just want to make sure that this isn't cutting for me. But how I did in the video was like this, right? So this scale is more of a, I don't know how to call it, but if I'm using the 2 and I measure the 2, right? So when we play a two chord, so like this is a 1, correct? This would be a 2, having the 4 in the scale. But what if we made it a major instead of a minor? So that's what we're getting, right? It's major 1, major 2, and then the 5. Right? That's basically the progression that we have going on here. So we have the 2, the flat 5. Remember, the flat 5 is just, it's your initial note. So 5 is the initial note. A flat is a note below it, a step below. So you have the flat 5, then you have the 5, then you have the 7. Right? 2, flat 5, 5, 7. Right? Right? So yeah, honestly, it's a pretty simple groove. Pretty basic, pretty beginner. You know, it's easy for those that already know how to play bass, but it's something really useful for those that are still learning how to play bass. You know, it's a simple. But you know, you could have fun doing all that kind of stuff. Eventually, I'll go over more of the harder things, but this is a beginner lesson, so you know, let me know if you enjoyed this video. You know, drop a like, drop a follow, drop a comment, share, subscribe. Any place that you're watching this video at, you know, let me know. Let me know some feedback. Let me know some things that I could work on for this video. I know I still gotta change my what's it called, smoke detector. I know I'm typical black guy, but stay tuned.